Hey cruise fans, and welcome back to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We're on the beautiful Celebrity Apex on our 12-night cruise around Scandinavia. In today's video, and the first in the ship tour series, we're going to share with you decks 4 and 5 Grand Foyer, the bars, restaurants and the theatre. Enjoy.
And a really pleasant ambience and a lovely, well maintained and up-to-date area with all of the appropriate seating and private areas for you to sit and socialise. Okay, so we can continue here now on floor 3, and here is the customer services area where also there's a little bit of a library set aside here in the corner, and you can come down here, grab yourself a book, find somewhere nice and quiet to have a little read and get some peace and quiet. And that brings us very nicely onto the lift area, which will take you, of course, midship up to any of the floors here on Celebrity Apex. Okay, so adjacent to the Grand Foyer then, here is the customer services area where you can come down, and if there are any issues or any problems that you might have with your cruise, or you might have any key questions, then there will be members of staff that will be down here that will be able to look after your interests, and if there are any problems that you need sorting out, then of course you can get them done here down in guest relations. Now there is always somebody on hand in guest relations. It is early this morning, it's about 5:30, so not too many people around, but also I'd just like to point out some of the wonderful wall art that they have here in guest relations as well. Of course, this is computer generated wall art, which is really pleasant. I hope that comes through on the filming itself. And overall, a really nice area for coming down and dealing with any issues that you might have. So that's guest relations here on deck 3. And as we move away from guest relations area, we can actually walk into deck 3 in the Grand Foyer. So there might be a bit of background music here, so we'll try not to get any form of copyright strike, but a nice area where you can come and sit and relax in this wonderful environment. And of course the Grand Foyer itself spreads over decks 3, 4 and 5, and there's a nice grand piano here in the centre for little events, and it's a fantastically decorated foyer in its own right. There's a nice bar here in the centre, and you can get yourself a drink when you need to here, and there are like little intermediate floors between the absolute floors of 3 and 4, where you can sit in a nice quiet little area and watch the entertainment, or just meet friends and socialise. So that's Grand Foyer and the Grand Foyer bar here on deck 3. And if we take a look at the Grand Foyer now from deck 4, we can see over down into deck 3 the entertainment area and the bar, and a really nice ambient view and a nice feel, an up-to-date design. Of course, Celebrity Apex is not too old in herself, so a very, very nicely decorated and designed area of the Grand Foyer. Okay, and so to the rear of the Grand Foyer is a set of staircases that will bring you up to deck 5, and there's a couple of facilities up there we'll show you in a little while, and some really nicely decorated areas with some stunning little design pieces such as that globe as we just passed here on the left hand side. And there's also a little photographic area here where you can pick up and get some private photographs done during various times throughout the cruise. And then if we take a look around still further here on deck 4, we can come to one of the other bars that are on here, and that is Craft and Social. And here in Craft and Social, it's a nice ambient, nicely designed bar, but it's also a bar where you can tune into your favourite sport, and there will be a variety of different sporting events on the big TV, which is currently off, but a variety of the TVs around the bar area itself. So you can come down, you can relax, you can grab yourself a beer, and you can watch your favourite sport here in Craft and Social. And a really, really nice ambience, a lovely bar area, fantastic service, and some really nice, comfortable seating to be able to sit and relax. So that's Craft and Social here on deck 4, adjacent to the ground foyer. And outside the Craft and Social, there are again some other little seating areas, and the next area we'll come to is the Grand Bistro. Now this is one of the upscale eateries here on Celebrity Apex, and of course it's a little bit dark at the moment, so hopefully you'll be able to see this reasonably in the footage, but it's a little bistro type relaxed sort of environment where you can come down, and there are a variety of standard snack items that are available. And also, if you have a look on the columns there, you can see individual menus of some of the items that they have here in the bistro. So when it's laid out and up and running, you can come down here and get yourself a nice bite to eat here in the Grand Bistro, just adjacent to the Grand Foyer on deck 4. And again here, another little perspective from the other side of the main foyer, the Grand Foyer, the bar area on the bottom left hand side, and the little intermediate levels going down to deck 3. Okay, so here we are now again back on the other side of the Grand Foyer on deck 4, and here is the coffee shop. It's Il Baccio, and you can come down here, get yourself a lovely coffee. The team are here for most of the day and into the evening. A nice comfortable area to just relax, get yourself a nice coffee. There are always a few snacks available in the little display case here over on this left hand side, and of course there are a few in there at the moment, but you may not be able to see them very well in terms of the lighting. But again, a few little snacks that will be available at various times during the day for you to enjoy with your hot or cold drink. So that's Il Baccio on deck 4. A really nicely designed, nice comfortable seating, some nice window seats there, and you may well see in the background there that we are on our way into Stockholm in Sweden, and this is our Scandinavia cruise. And sun has come up this morning, and so you'll see a variety of different little islands and various points of interest outside, which we'll share more of as we get into port itself. So that's Il Baccio, the coffee shop adjacent to the Grand Foyer here on deck 4. And so as we come away from the coffee shop then and the Grand Foyer, the next area we'll get to is the photo gallery. In our photo gallery, long gone are the days where all of your photographs taken of you during your cruise get printed out and you go down and look for them. Now it's all digital, of course. So once you've had photographs taken of you during your cruise, you can come down here, insert your card into the reader, and you can have a look at all of your photographs online for your selection. And of course it avoids an awful lot of waste, which is great to see. Also down here in the photo gallery, you can pick up various accessories, photo accessories, batteries, electronic goods, etc. Even cameras here on this left hand side. So you can pick up some of those items should you wish, or if you've come away on your cruise and actually forgotten that key piece of equipment that you need to capture your vacation memories. And of course all of the displays here, which will share with you the photographs that have been taken for you. And of course you can even buy a GoPro. And in addition to that, there's also the Celebrity Eye Lounge here. You can come down, and if you've got any issues with regards to any of your electronic equipment in relation to things like the Celebrity app, then the team here can assist you with that. And also it's a little Wi-Fi area where you can come down and make use of the ship's Wi-Fi in a more centralized area. So that's the photo gallery and Celebrity Eye Lounge on deck 4. And if we come away from that now, there's also an area here which is the studio. In here you can get yourself your own personalized photographic session, where perhaps you'd like some more family orientated portraits professionally done for you. So you can come down to the studio and there will be members of staff on hand to be able to assist you with that and take photographs of you professionally. So next along deck 4, just adjacent to the grand foyer, is shore excursions. So as you will probably appreciate, you can come down here, you can have a look on the iPad based selection system, which is very, very tastefully and very nicely designed into the whole area. Opportunity to look at some excursions that you might wish to take via the cruise line. So it makes it very easy for you to come along, take a look at some of the excursions that are available, have a little chat with the excursions team to clarify any questions that you may have, and book those excursions here directly on board. So that's Shore Excursions on deck 4. And of course it wouldn't be the same without the Future Cruise area here on board. So if you're enjoying your cruise and you're interested in booking something for the future, then the Future Cruise team will help you with that, of course sharing all of the latest offers and latest information about various cruises that are available. So that's the Future Cruise area on deck 4. So if we come away from Future Cruise and Shore Excursions, we can then get into an area where there are a variety of different stores. And of course it's early in the morning at the moment, so none of them are open, but you will be able to see now here on this first area, this is a store, and they're all adjoined actually. You can get access to the entire line of stores through one entrance, and in this first part you can see perfumes and skincare and various gifts that are available for both men and women. And as we move forward, we can then see some apparel, so both branded and non-branded apparel here on the right hand side in the middle of this whole section. And then a little bit later on there's actually the a shop where you can get yourself some alcohol and cigarettes and the like. I'm not entirely sure if it's duty free or not, but they will have a number of different offers on at any given time. Okay, so as we go still further forward then, we can get to the theatre at the front of the ship. So let's go in and have a look at the theatre and the various design features that are here. First of all, despite the lack of light here at the moment, you will see some really nicely, tastefully decorated art pieces, which also feature as chairs. And here is a little chair with silver mirrors. And then let's go into the theatre itself and see what we can see. So hopefully the light will be sufficient here as we take you for a quick tour around the theatre. Now, this is a relatively new ship, of course, Celebrity Apex, part of the Edge class of ships, and there's a wonderful surround backdrop to the main performance stage here in the theatre. Of course, it's in the classic 180 degrees, or perhaps even more, maybe 240 degree wraparound theatre arrangement. And of course, they're set up in different ways for different entertainment events. There's the control desk on the right hand side, and very comfortable seating around the entirety of the theatre itself. A wonderful backdrop providing for some absolutely fantastic visuals in addition to the audio entertainment that you would receive. This is deck 4, and of course there is an upper circle on deck 5, which we'll share with you in a little while. But that's the theatre on Celebrity Apex here on deck 4. And of course it is accessible as well, so if you're in a wheelchair, or you have a walker or an electric cart, then you can get access to this theatre in exactly the same way as everybody else. So let's just take a quick look up on deck 5, and of course we'll run the gauntlet because I like to do that whilst I'm filming. We'll go up to deck 5 and we'll be able to share with you the theatre from the upper circle. So a little bit more decorative pieces here on the entrance on deck 5, and of course on deck 5 you get a much greater view of the performance area itself, being a little bit lower than the height of the seating here on deck 5. Isn't that lovely? So that's deck 5. It's the upper circle, if you like, in the theatre itself. Okay, so that's the theatre on decks 4 and 5 on the forward end of the lovely Celebrity Apex. Okay, so again, just adjacent to the theatre on deck 4 is the club. Now, this is another lovely area situated by the lifts on deck 4 forward, and this is like a bit of a comedy store type arrangement. It's laid out over 2 floors, deck 4 and deck 5, and you can see in here, and again I hope the light is sufficient, a really lovely ambience. There's a bar over here on the right hand side, nice comfortable flexible seating in and around the little nests of tables, and here you can get yourself involved in meets and greets and in trivia games. There's also the silent disco that occurs here, and evening entertainment, club entertainment, and also special events laid on by the entertainment team. So that's club on deck 4, and of course you'll also be able to see up in the top of the shot now, there's also seating around on a balcony on deck 5 as well. And we'll take a quick look up there in a second just to share that with you. Okay, so here on deck 5, there is entrance to the club via a doorway here on deck 5, and you'll see another lovely designed area, very comfortable seating, enabling a view down onto deck 4 in terms of what's going on in terms of entertainment, and of course bar service and the lot that you can get here. So that's the club on decks 4 and 5. So that's the shopping area, the theatre and the club here on the forward end of deck 4. Okay, so the grand foyer has many amenities and facilities like the bistro, like craft and social, and also like Il Baccio here, and the team are just getting ready now to set up for service here in the morning in Il Baccio. And towards the rear of the ship now here on deck 4, we can go down and take a look at some of the other facilities that are available for you. So a little bit further away now from the grand foyer are a number of other stores that are available for you, and here there is a watch shop here called Time Is Now, and you can go in there and grab yourself a timepiece that perhaps that you are interested in. Lots of the higher end brands here like Tag Heuer and Hublot, etc. A really nice area for you to go and select that timepiece that you would be interested in. And then if we go a little bit further along, there's another area here, and it's called the Gem, and this is where ultimately you can get yourself some really spectacular pieces. And here there are some really nice pieces that you can select from, and always nice little display cabinets. And then over here on the left hand side is the FE store. Again, lots of individual pieces like the one that I'm showing you now that you may be interested in purchasing, and I'm sure the team down here will happily spend the time helping you on your choice. So that's the FE store here on deck 4. And you can even get yourself a Fabergé egg. So if you're in the market for a very nice timepiece and a very nice statement piece, Fabergé eggs are available. And another shop here which is called Sense of Self, and you can pick up some nice items in there.
So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.